Hello dear viewers, welcome to this short interview. Meeting with me right here is Achol Tenix, South Sudanese female journalist residing in Kampala-Uganda, doing her business to earn a living. Let's hear from her. So this short interview, let's our viewers know when did you start this business?
A short while ago, I just started a business of printing out some t-shirts and making some material clothes like for ladies, and yeah, I think that's what I'm doing right now.
Briefly, before we talk deeply about your business, tell us about your journey, your life journey from South Sudan until you make it to Kampala, Uganda.
Actually, I haven't lived so much in South Sudan. I've been in Kenya since childhood, and then I left Kenya from 2008 to South Sudan, part of South Sudan, which is in Eastern Equatoria, and then from Eastern Equatoria, yeah, and then I came to Uganda, where I've stayed here for more than 10 years. That's 11 years in total. Yeah, that's the time that I've spent here.
During your childhood up to now, if you don't mind, what has been the challenges affecting you from the time that you have been staying in South Sudan and in Kenya? Finally, you make it to Uganda, where you spend 11 years.
Yeah, actually, before we came to Uganda and staying in Kenya, we were staying in the camp, which is Kakuma. Yeah, we stayed in Kakuma since I was a kid, let me say, at the age of 1 year. Then to the age of something I can't remember right now. Yeah, so I spent some good time in Kenya. By the time that I've spent there to see, life wasn't that fine. Yeah, it wasn't that good for us to say that life was really fun. But at least we were studying, which means that our studies were not really strong enough for us to say that education was okay. So in that process, when my dad was able to afford the money that he's putting us in schools and all that, then I think that's when we made it to Uganda in 2010. Yeah, the whole family.
If you can compare now the life in Kakuma refugee camp, Kenya, and the life in Uganda, what is the difference?
Yeah, the life in the refugee camp and the life here in Kenya. Let me talk about the life in the refugee camp. The life which was there, it was actually not that good because you were suffering. Let me say, there are points where you find you're not getting the rights as a human being. Let me say, others are just sleeping under the tents, others are sleeping anywhere. But let me say, on my side, I was a little bit lucky that my mom, my father could afford what they could manage for our lives. But when I came here to Uganda, that's when I saw there is something called life. Because if you're in a place where you can't even see which one is the improvement about life, and you come to a place where you've seen life is really moving on well. Now, the only thing I can say is that being in Kampala is the best is because I've gone to school. I've seen a different life. I've seen what's good about life, because when you're educated, you bring up a different mind of educated person, where you can think of something big, and think of something big to do in the future.
If you don't mind, how far have you gone with your studies?
I've been studying from Uganda. I've started my education from P3 to senior 4. Yeah, I've just stopped at senior 4, but with time, I think I will continue because I still need more things to do in life, because education can't end there. It doesn't matter.
Okay, in brief, you talk about that you're a business lady. What kind of business are you doing mainly here in Kampala? And how do you think, is it working really the way you want it?
Yeah, actually the business I've said, printing the t-shirts, designing them, putting them in different categories, and making those clothes. I find it at least it has given me a mind that I know anyone can do business. Where at the point that I've seen the things that I've done, the little time that I've been doing it, I've experienced something. It's it's really helping me at some point, but not exact point that I've reached. It's still I'm still looking for a main point where I should tell others that yes, I made it.
What triggered you to do that business?
The only trick I've been only connecting with friends and show them what I've done. So some of them were impressed about what I did, and they were yeah, we really love it and we would like others to see more about you. So I would just say that My tricks are only on my friends who are helping me out to expose me to the world and show people how my work is really going on and how important it is to me and to them also.
You say life in Kampala is good. Do you feel like going back home anytime?
Like actually I can say not really right now, and I'm not thinking of going back home right now because I see life is still not yet stable there. For us who are here, who have stayed here in peaceful place, we are more than relaxed that when we go there we have this fear anytime in a day, anything can happen, whether bad or good. So we are always scared of being home. But not like with the time, I think when everything is settled, we have that heart of saying we are South Sudanese. We want to go back to our homeland, we want to see how things are moving on, then we feel at home.
What are those things that you want to see moving on in South Sudan?
Like let me say, security is not really good in South Sudan. Yeah, it's not really fine, nice there. And security is very nice here, tight, where nobody can attack you anyhow. And when we are there, we have this fear of saying, for us who have grown up mainly in East Africa, let me say that we have this fear of guns. You just hear a bullet and you feel like you're scared already of homeland. So that's the thing that is scaring most of the people here.
Do you have someone who is supporting apart from the business you're running here in Kampala?
Yeah, my support comes, like let me say, from my mom and my in-laws at some point. Yeah, so my support is coming mainly from them. But mainly I can say my mom is the one that's doing a lot of things to me, and my daughter.
What is your mom doing for her to support you, if you don't know?
General, let me say, my mom is a housewife and a woman that is so determined to help her child out of anything, no matter what problem you can be in, but she's determined. She can manage to do anything to help us out, though she's just a housewife for now.
In the business that you are running to support yourself, do you think there are some challenges that need some people to intervene and support you?
Yeah, of course. Like, let me say, at the point of capital, I can get maybe orders like from other people, which need them immediately. But if I don't have the capital, I fail to do everything at that moment. So that's a challenge that I'm seriously facing because I get losses. When somebody's ordering from somewhere far, then when I'm making it, maybe the person's already giving up, the thing has delayed because it's just because of the capital.
Who are your target customers or clients?
Most of the youth, let me say, yeah. My targets are on the youth. That's where my most customers are in. Youth and maybe these young couples and the young married couple. Yeah.
At the point of marketing, how quick are your service to your clients and customers, seeing you are based in Kampala and others might be interested in your service, maybe in South Sudan, Kenya, and some other part of Uganda, which is not Kampala. So how quick are your service delivery?
Like my deliverance, mostly they delay because most of them are from South Sudan, let me say. But those ones in South Sudan, they delay because of the lockdown that is there, which is affecting the truck drivers. So sometimes they delay almost like for a week, which others can't manage to wait for that. Yeah, that's the most challenge that is really affecting my business because when I'm trying to export them to South Sudan, they really delay on the way and it's really affecting us so much.
What message do you have to young South Sudanese ladies that are outside South Sudan and within South Sudan that want to be entrepreneurs and they don't have a way thinking of how to start the business? What do you have for them?
Like what I could just say is not like most of us, we have that, we don't have the courage. But what I can say is that the little you get, use your brain to work it out. Because most of us, let me say, me starting that business is just because of little saving that I've been doing. When I find myself saved something little now, like if I can manage to save this, and then let me try and multiply them and see what will I get there. Because most of us, we are only fan of carrying the money, but we don't know what we are going to use it for. One thing I can just say, most of us, we have the thing of parents distracting you, like, you can't do this at the moment, you're young. But you have that brain of thinking. One thing I can just say is like, stand up and always tell your parents, you know what, mom or dad, I can do this. because if others can do it, why not you? Why can't you try it? Because trial is the best. Experience is the best teacher. When you're experiencing something, no matter how much you might fail, but in the future you will have that brain that you've ever done something. It will help you in the future, yeah. Like most of the workers, they know that they do go for work when they've already worked before, but they go and get more details about life and do that. So I can just tell them that the young youth there outside, or a young woman, or anybody there, a girl, a boy, a woman, I can just tell you have that courage of saying, I can do it. Let me try it out and see how it will work. Fail or what? Because failure is part of life. You can fail and then afterwards, you climb up again and do something better for your future.
Thank you so much. Do you say you would not leave this business forever?
I don't wish to leave it. I want it to go more higher and then support me higher than that. So I'm looking for more people. If I can get the love from my country, then the love of other people here, I think that could give me the morale and do it more, because I really want to do it for my life. And I find it like it's fun here. I'm a lady and I want to stand for myself.